okay, I'd rather have you handling the clock than have her handle the bucket. It's the clock's more important. You can always get as long as we keep straight that.
We have some players who are suspended who
Do you trust him? Why do you trust him? Again, why do you trust him? Don't trust any guys. Are you videoing, live streaming this? Yeah, okay. I just thought it might be. I've already had my one live stream this year. I get to have another one.
Will this stream be available later? Like if we wanted to watch it next week or something?
I don't know. There's a good question. Can you watch the game in a week? Okay. That's fine. He's asking. He's asking.
We could probably, if you give us your name or your account, we could probably set up a private video for you to look at.
Like I got the one I just did. I did Oklahoma versus UT. I still haven't had a chance to. I got the link, but I still haven't had to look at it. They used to live stream that one, but it's like,
Sir, let us know.
Okay, so we just have one number change. Okay, so
but y'all are like what is up with that? That's not a club.
I think we're
more than prosperous. It's spreading. You want some? You see my pictures? Still on them a couple weeks ago, right? Good. 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 At least, somebody got it.
we were taking pictures, and I literally walk up and down the field like,
Hey, I'm Jordan.
have fun with
Nice
that.
to meet you.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. Look at this.
Oh, that is a good picture.
It's gonna be a good picture. Here, sir, try you again. Here, both of you. Excellent. When it cleans up, it'll be good. It'll be gooder. Gooder? That's a good word. You don't. They don't have to. This is not gonna have to be here. Here.
Yes. Is exactly. So I'm gonna ask. Possibly. Like the really big,
I was just gonna write it down. I do not. I don't. Sorry.
It's like I said, I say I've done it, but the girl who's not here, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. I don't. Coach Red just asked me.
Yeah, he asked me too, so he just needs to, because the other team needs to know that Halverson has 20 and not 30.
Yeah, I told
Yes.
them. Oh, can we tell the refs?
Maybe. I don't know if I can tell the refs.
Okay. So just quick practice. Quick, well, not like for a game, but quick crash course. I'll have to show you when the clock runs out because it doesn't make sense. So y'all know. So no, that's no problem.
You would not say that.
No, the other thing is every time there's a whistle, all they do is stop it, and then they blow the whistle again. Well, I didn't know, and then obviously I can identify enough right here. We're all fine. You'll get it. Don't worry.
I'm picking.
Whenever you want to turn it on, let me know and I'll turn it on.
Good. Are we live to the internet now? Or?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's start at 2 minutes before. Yep, go ahead.
It's beautiful and amazing.
Well, good evening, everybody. You're looking live on Penn Bethy's Field here, Field 10 on the campus of Texas A&M University. This is part of the Penn Bethy athletic complex. Talking to Coach Graza a little bit earlier today. This facility was built a couple of years ago when the Texas A&M athletic department took over the former field that they had, and they gave them a check for $11 million. Built a beautiful field house locker facility. They've got 3 turf fields here. Beautiful facility here at Texas A&M. MCLA Division I polls came out here this afternoon. BYU dropping from 4th to 7th after the loss to Davenport. Davenport is now in the top 25, and they should be. That's an excellent lacrosse team. Noticed today that Dylan Riley got the one of the Player of the Week awards from the MCLA, and that's a young man that's a tremendous athlete. Certainly gained my respect last week. He reminds me a lot of Mark Matthews when he was at Denver. He's a big kid, 6'5" and 230, and he's got all the Canadian box skills that you would expect. He's got the toe drag, he's got the dodge, he's got the shifty stick. And he was just too much for BYU last week. So the Cougars hope to remedy that situation here with the next couple of days. This weekend here in Texas, playing Texas A&M this evening. Texas tomorrow in Austin. And then they'll meet up with the Seminoles of Florida State on Saturday afternoon. BYU Stars are out to the field now. Starting on attack, number 16, Chandler Westcott out of Bountiful. Number 22, Winston Farley out of Timpanogos. 19, Michael Perry out of Pleasant Grove. Number 6 is Paulson. He's out of Brighton High School in Salt Lake City. Number 13, Zach Burbage, also out of Pleasant Grove High School. And Dallin Hampshire will be starting goal tonight as the Aggies take the field. Handshakes between Coach Schneck and Coach Grazzo. And they'll get the instructions from the officials, and we'll be underway here in just a minute. Number 14, Jack Farvell, facing off for the Cougars. And number 17 for Texas A&M is Matthew Hanna. He'll face off for the Aggies. Beautiful weather here this evening, 66 degrees here in College Station. Just a mild wind. Beautiful conditions for lacrosse. Farvell kicks it out front, heads to the goal. He'll take a shot, and that'll be just wide. So Farvell taking the first face-off for the Cougars. Michael Perry up to the restraining line now to number 8, Severson. And back to Severson at the restraining line. And Cougars will want to get the offense to take a touch here all around the field as they try to get started here on offense. Severson now on the dodge. Shot. And that's just wide. Bounds away. BYU will be closest to it. Cougars will retain possession. Westcott now up top to the captain, Zach Labram. And now at goal line extended, we got number 8, Severson. He's working that side of the sideline inside. Tried to get it to Perry, but unable to handle it, and Texas A&M will be clearing. And the ball bounds away, and out comes Dallin Hampshire to pull it out. And Labram's got the ball now at midfield. Zach Labram, senior captain out of Libertyville, Illinois. He'll take it behind the cage. And back to Labram X. Connor Bernal now with the ball. Transfer from Marquette back to Bernal. He'll take that left side. Dodges there. Comes back in the middle. Shoot. And a goalie save as Texas A&M will be clearing again. Goalie in trouble here on this 10-man ride from BYU. Goes full field with it. Intercepted at the midline. And BYU is onside as Labram picks it up. This 10-man ride has been very effective this year so far for BYU. They've pretty much got it focused in now, and everyone knows their specific assignment on the 10-man. And, they'll give up a goal or two, maybe 3 goals a game if the opposition is able to break it. But they'll also counter that with 4 or 5 goals as they pull the ball back in on offense. Westcott wheeling now on the left side. Tries to get it over to Bernal, but it's an errant pass, and Texas A&M will be clearing. A&M yet to get the ball on their side of the field. But the 10-man is back on, and A&M trying to control, they cannot. Number 44, Connor Williams, the junior out of Hereford, Maryland, unfortunately tries to get it back to Hampshire but throws it away. So it'll be Texas A&M ball behind, and this will be their first offensive effort of the evening. 44 Bowden on attack for A&M. 10 rides it down the right side, gets it behind. Hepting with the ball, shot, bounds away. And BYU is going to be closest to it. It was not a shot. There may be a reverse here on this call. Coach Carrazzo not happy with this call, but ball will go back to A&M. That's the right call. It was out. It was a shot, and White was closest. Tackman get pushed away, shot, and a goal. So Texas A&M gets on the board first here. Number 16 with the unassisted goal, Augie Berkeley, sophomore out of Austin. So Varvel will be up again for BYU. Number 9 will take the face for an A&M. Henry England, junior out of Dripping Springs High School, Dripping Springs, Texas. Varvel had a pretty good percentage last week against Davenport, and he'll come up with the ball here. And They'll get it behind here to Perry. Michael Perry now gets it to Farley. Farley over to Westcott. Burnell had a nice opportunity there, but unable to handle the ball, and that'll be a turnover back to A&M. They'll come over midfield. It's to the goal, and the ball's on the ground now. And Artie Walsh come out with the pass, and it's going to bound out of bounds again. So the BYU defense struggling with ball handling here early in the game. Ball goes to X, shot, and that's a goal. So Texas A&M now with a quick 2-goal lead on an unassisted goal by number 44, G.W. Bowden at TMI in San Antonio. Varvel out there again for the Cougars, and get a new face-off man for A&M. 48, who I do not have on the roster. BYU defense still struggling on the ground balls. A&M have it. A&M gets it behind X now. And the Cougars set their defense. Got a crease violation on Texas A&M, so BYU will be clearing. Artie Walters with the ball for the Cougars. And up to the goalie, Hampshire. Jared Cotter with the ball now back to Hampshire. Looking for a midfielder. Finds one at number 23, Tanner Johnson. He drops the ball. Retains possession. Now the restraining line. Sends it back down. And BYU now start their offense. Chase Paulson comes off the field as Westcott wheels the goal line extended now over to Bernal. Now to Michael Perry. Perry looking inside, nothing there. Drops the ball, and BYU continues to struggle with the ball on the ground. Got over and back on BYU, will be Texas A&M ball. Cougars trying to find a solution here to the stick handling issues they've had in these first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. A&M now switches their midfield out, gets a new fresh set of legs out there. They'll start their offense from the restraining line. A crease violation on Texas A&M. I thought there was a push there from behind, but it was not called. Coach Garrazzo livid on the sidelines for an A&M. I can't say I blame him. And BYU successfully clears the ball. Connor Williams at X gets it to 16 Westcott. Now the ball with Severson. And BYU is going to want everybody to touch the ball here on this offensive set just to get rid of all these stick handling issues they've had here in the beginning of the game. Now to Johnson. Inside to Severson. Shot and score. Chris Severson with his first goal of the game. Assists Tanner Johnson, number 23. Makes our score 2-1 now here early in the game with Texas A&M in the lead.
Is that a good distance? Like, can you see everything good?
Number 33 for BYU is Tyler Clancy, the freshman out of Beaufort, South Carolina. And another face-off man here for A&M, Alex Tartaglia. He's a senior out of Colleyville, Texas. And Clancy's got control, gets the scoop, and Cougars control the ball. They'll send it behind to the defensive side of the field, and Hampshire now has control. Dallin Hampshire, the sophomore goalie out of Bountiful, Utah. Over to Zach Labram. He's doubled, looks for help. He's going to run it himself. And we're getting close to 30 here. Cougars have got to clear. And we've got a flag down. That's going to be on A&M.
Hold it! Hey, flag down! Flag down!
Severson looking for some help. 6.5 minutes remaining in the first period here. As BYU trying to get something going. Passes it inside. The ball is dropped again. 16 Westcott's got it. Looking for some help. Tanner Johnson, the midfielder at X. Goes inside. Shoots, and that's wide. So BYU will be in a man-up situation here. We'll wait to hear from the table, see what they've got. You got offsides penalty on Texas A&M. Be a 30-second technical foul. BYU will be man up for 30 here. Man up unit now out for BYU. Labram, Farley, Bernal, Westcott, and Severson. Over to Severson. Back to Labram. Inside to 22. And a goal. So number 22, Winston Farley, swings through the crease and connects with Chandler Westcott for the goal. 2-2 now. Tied up here with 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. So it looks like Texas A&M will begin their face-off rotation again. Matthew Hanna now out, number 17 for an A&M. Number 14, Jack Varvel, remains out there for the Cougars. Both Varvel and Clancy have had some face-off success here in the first quarter for BYU. And Varvel pops it forward, gets the scoop. He'll look for help. He'll get it. 25. Here's Harry Wattups, leading scorer for the Cougars. Varvel will get the assist, and the Cougars are up 3-2. Henry England now out for A&M. Varvel will have some success earlier in the game against England. And he'll not scrape that forward. The ball's still on the ground. A&M has possession of it. They'll double the ball. Ball's down again. And Varvel's got possession. Now Westcott. Westcott to Wattups. Back to X to Winston Farley. Farley will take it wide. And Severson now with the ball just above the restraining line. Get some midfield changes here as it goes to Labram. And then back to Severson. Stevenson dodges the alley, looks inside, back behind, Waddups up top, and that ball is down, and A&M's got control of it at the BYU restraining line. Send it behind. 10-man ride is on, and they'll do a cross-reel pass into the dirt, picked up by Labrum, and here's Waddups, an easy shot and a goal. So the 10-man ride works again for the Cougars as Labrum picks up the ball at midfield, tosses into Harry Waddups for an easy goal. 4-2 now, Cougars in the lead. And the Aggies are going to take a timeout here. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back with you. Have we checked the internet to see how the audio is? Is it good? Awesome. And he will get there first. BYU will be clearing. Goes cross field now to the long pole and up top to Tanner Johnson. Johnson crosses midfield, back behind to Westcott. Westcott, the MCO All-American out of Bountiful. Everybody getting a touch on the BYU offense here. BYU struggling to get that ball. A&M finally gets possession. And they'll restart their offense. Oh, a good pass inside. It's just wide. Bernal takes the ball over now at the restraining line, looking for some help. And BYU in the middle of a midfield line change here. Still waiting for the D-Midi to come up. Westcott wielding. He'll get to the middle of the field. Turn. Shot. Goal. That's Chandler Westcott, unassisted. Chandler coming back from his mission here this fall, having been away for the program for 2 years. Had a great freshman effort, making the MCLA honorable mention team as a freshman, and picked up right where he left off before he left. Puts the ball in the net for the Cougars unassisted. Farvell back out there again for the Cougars. And he'll clamp, push forward, and the long pole for A&M picks it up. It's a kind of an errant pass. Tried to get it way downfield and just was not a good pass. So BYU will be clearing again. And that'll conclude the first period with our score BYU 5, Texas A&M 2. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back with you.
Oh, I didn't give you the phone. You should have asked for it.
I didn't think about it until we had already started, and I was like, he's deep into his broadcast.
No, you're good.
About ready to start the second period of play here. I'm just looking over the scores coming in from the weekend. I do need to give a shout out to the USC Trojans beating UCSP, their first victory over the Gauchos in forever. So good for them. Like to see a lot of parity in this league this year, and a lot of upsets, of course, over the last 2 weekends, including your BYU Cougars. So it's going to be a long road for a lot of teams to get to Salt Lake this year for nationals, with all the upsets that are going on. And the state of the league, I think, is the most parity I've ever seen in the 25 years I've been involved with BYU lacrosse. Aggie's trying to get this ball. Now it'd be procedure on BYU as Artie Wallace came over the line before there was possession. So the Aggies will start the second quarter with the ball. Jared Cotter on the defense for BYU. Waiting for the official to give us the word here. So BYU with the illegal body check, and will get the goal, and they'll be one man up for 1 minute here. A&M with good ball movement here. Get it up top. A&M very patient here, waiting for the right opportunity. Sends it to the weak side and sends it right over the head of the midfielder as BYU deflected it. Up top. Now down to the X. Goal line extended, looking up top. Got a stick open here. Shot. And that's wide. Texas A&M being very patient here, but only had one effective shot on goal. So coming all even now. Penalty is over and BYU kills it. BYU really pushing out on the corners. Levi Smith on the defense. He'll poke that. Connor Williams a short stick behind now. He'll push out. Crease was wide open, but unable to complete that pass. Back up top. Trying to push the ball forward. Jake Hogard now with the ball. He gets it across midfield. Drops the ball. Struggling to get some help. Ball still down. And Williams gets the clean sweep. He'll look for help. He'll sends it downfield on a moon ball. And Texas A&M will try to clear this ball. A&M clears it. They'll start their offense again. They've had a couple good opportunities here, scoring one goal in this second period. Good shot. Nice pass into number 44. That's G.W. Bowden. And he'll get A&M now to 4. So 4-5, our score with BYU still with a 1-point lead, 11:46 remaining in the second period. Varvel out there now for the Cougars, trying to get possession here. And we've got a face-off violation, Texas A&M. BYU with possession as Varvel steps in. Tries to send it across to Farley, and that was too high for him. So an A&M will be clearing here. 10-man still on for BYU. Trying to get it back from the goalie. Middle of the field is open. They try to get it to that long pole. It's too far for him. Picked up by number 13, Zach Burbage. He'll shoot, and that's wide. Burbage has a goal in every game this year as a long stick midi. So he gets the opportunity. He will take a shot. BYU selling it down now with Severson with the ball. He'll sends it to Harry Wattups, the leading scorer for the Cougars. Now to Labram. Michael Perry takes it behind. Using that goal line extended area. Looking inside, nothing there. Turns, shot. And didn't quite get the angle he needed to put that in. Goalie was closest for Texas A&M. And the Aggies will be clearing. It's over and back. Hasn't called. Flag is down, and that'll stop play here.
Hey, Jared, that was your
So push with possession on BYU. Texas A&M man up for 30 here. A&M scoring on their last man up opportunity. Easy goal for an A&M. BYU lost control of the attackman coming through and scores easy. Tie to score up here at 5-5.
Let's go, Jack!
Tartaglia out there now for A&M. The Cougars are going to stick with Varvel. And A&M comes up with the ground ball. And the ball gets thrown away. Still on the ground. No possession yet. And A&M's going to retain possession and start their offense. Oh, and A&M scores again. So it seems like A&M is having the most success when the ball's kind of in chaos, and now take the lead 6-5 here in the second quarter. And BYU will take a timeout here. There's also a penalty. A 1 minute non releasable to number 10, who's Artie Walters. So time is out, and Walters will have a 1 minute non releasable penalty to restart the second period here with 9:54 left in the first half. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back with you. So the Cougars will start out here with their man down faceoff unit. Connor Williams will try to control this ball before the Cougars try to kill this 1 minute non releasable penalty. And Connor Williams comes up with the ball. He's doubled though, so he'll send it back behind. Cotter with the ball. Riley Christensen looking for help. And he'll throw it out of bounds. Be A&M ball right at the midfield line. So A&M will start their man up with 45 seconds left in the non-releasable. They'll want to score quickly here. And a shot on goal is wide. Back to 24 up top. And ball's at X now to the left side. Looks inside. Here's an open shot, and that's high and away. That was a good opportunity for A&M, unable to capitalize. Penalties released. And we're back all even again. A&M will regroup here and start their offense again. A&M being very effective on those dodge and re-dodge right along the goal line extended area. BYU really struggling with trying to defend that. Hampshire with the ball now. Over to Williams. And he'll do the one-man clear here as BYU is on sides. And over to Westcott. Westcott behind to Farley. And BYU will get a midfield line change here. And restart their offense. BYU's got to find some ways to get the attack more involved in this offense. As the ball goes to Bernal, he's got his stick free, sends it behind. And Farley takes a shot at the feet of the goalie. It bounds away and will stay with the Cougars. Back up to Labrum. Severson starts his dodge. Sends it behind. Up top to Labrum. He'll step inside. Sticks open. Shot and score. Unassisted goal by number 17, the captain, Zach Labrum. And that'll give us an all-even score here at 6-6. Cougars are going to stick with Varvel. And I would love to give you 48's name, but we don't have a 48 on the A&M roster. Varvel with the ball. Steps inside, gets knocked away. And Perry. Perry will settle it, get it back behind to Winston Farley, the All-American out of Pleasant Grove. And the ball will go over. And the ref completely missed that over and back. No, he didn't. And Texas A&M will clear. A&M will set now. He'll dodge down that left side. Look at the goal, shoots, and that's wide. Had a good opportunity there, but ball was not on cage. Ball's at X with Cotter on defense for BYU. An offensive player will step away and start his dodge. Goes inside, shot, and that's wide. Good opportunity there again for an A&M. BYU long pole's really struggling with these A&M attackmen. Trying to keep them under control has been a difficult task here early in the game. Chase Paulson on defense for BYU. Boggins with the ball now. Flag down. So there's going to be a penalty here on BYU as A&M is able to recover the ball here as it bound to midfield. Artie Walters on defense there on the attackman. He's been fairly successful on these attackmen, but number 2 has been speeding through that left side of the goal, and BYU defensive middies have been unable to control him to this point. Got a couple of goals here early for A&M. Chase Paulson with the penalty for BYU be a 1-minute slash. And A&M will be man up here for 1 minute. Ball's at X now with Levi Smith on the defense. Back behind. A&M has been very successful at getting the ball to the weak side, and there's a shot. And that's wide. So the tendency is for the ball to rotate to the either the right or left side of the field at the attack area, and then goes over the top to the weak side of the field. And ball's knocked away momentarily here. Levi Smith on the defense. Pushes his man out. A shot, not a good angle there. And BYU ends up with the ball. Levi Smith over to Connor Williams. Early Christensen has the ball knocked away, and the ball goes out of bounds on A&M. And Westcott sends it behind. Winston Farley takes it super wide. And up top to Labrum. Back to Westcott, back to Labrum. Labrum to Tanner Johnson, the lefty out of Casca, Minnesota. Now at X to Harry Wattops. Johnson will take a run at it. Shot, and a goalie save. And Farley picks it up and puts it in. So the initial save made on the left-hand shot by Tanner Johnson. And Winston Farley picks up the junk and puts it in. So that'll give the Cougars a lead here, 7-6. Got about 3 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Number 9, England out there now for A&M. Will stay with Brunswick School in Greenwich, Connecticut. Brunswick was in the high school polls inside Lacrosse last year. Farvell still on the field here. Starters dodge and loses the ball. Farvell gets it back. And we've got a timeout, BYU. Got about 2 minutes remaining in the half. BYU wants to have the right people on the field to finish up this period. And Coach Neck will take a timeout. So it appears the ball handling issues that BYU had early in the first period seem to somewhat have gone away. Texas A&M struggling with their ball control here the last couple of minutes. But the biggest factor in terms of the second period has been the number of penalties on BYU now. Texas A&M has not been able to capitalize on that successfully, particularly with the non-releasable penalty, which has been fortunate for the Cougars. But they're going to have to really take a look at the penalty situation in the second half of play here to make sure that they can keep control of this game. So coming out of the timeout, the Cougars want to make sure everyone gets a touch before they start their offensive set. And Tanner Johnson will initiate now. Sends it behind. Over to Westcott inside. He's trying to get it over to Wattops, but didn't really have a good approach to the goal there. Top to Severson. Severson's got a long pole, but he'll take him on anyway. Sends it behind. Want to get a feed out of Westcott here. He'll step around, sends it back behind. And the ball is on the ground. The pass was not completed. And A&M's got possession. He's got a bunch of Cougars on him. Still got possession. And he'll send it behind. Long pole's got it. Being forced down by Winston Farley. He'll send it up. And it's tipped by an A&M player, so that's going to be Cougar ball if it does go out of bounds. But unfortunately, tries to pick it up, but throws it away. So it'll be A&M ball behind. A&M is going to try to want to take advantage of the remaining time here. 55 seconds remaining, and they're going to want to try to tie this game up here before the end of the half. And there it is now, looking for some help up front. And they'll try to wrap it, and they'll score. Wow. Tackman beat Artie Walters to tie the score here. There are 37 seconds remaining in the first half of play. So we'll have another face-off here. A&M will send out number 20, Tartaglia. And Varvel will do his designated duty for the Cougars. And they pushed it forward. Varvel trying to race down, and it gets knocked away. And A&M will have another possession here before the end of the period. Ball's on the ground momentarily. Mitty picks it up. And they'll knock it away from him. Here's a good opportunity for the Cougars. And the shot is wide by Winston Farley. 16 seconds remaining in the period. BYU will take a timeout. And they'll try to put something together here in the final 16 seconds to see if they can get back on the board here. So Taylor Redd, the BYU defensive coach, has got to be pretty happy with the results of the 10-man ride to this point. They just had another opportunity to score. And they've turned over, I believe, 3 balls into either offensive possessions or to scoring opportunities. So I expect them to continue with it through the rest of the game because it is working for them in a positive way. So they've got a play drawn up here. I expect either Wattups or probably one of the midfields will take this final shot. Westcott looking inside. He may take it to the cage if nothing opens up for him. He falls. And there comes Wattups with the shot and a goalie save. So they had an opportunity there, but Harry Wattups could not convert on about a 12-yard shot from the middle of the island. So we're at halftime here. We'll take a break. Our score is 7-7. A lot of lacrosse left here to play. We'll be back with you in 10 minutes. Got about 30 seconds here before the start of the second half. Tom Campbell here with you with our broadcast engineer, Jim Perry. And the Cougars will send out Jack Varvel. And 17, Matthew Hanna for the Texas A&M Aggies. Start the break. He's unable to do so. Ball's on the ground. And the A&M shorty comes up with it, and he'll send it behind. And that'll put BYU directly into their 10-man. And here's the interception here. Oh, it's going to stay in. No, go out of bounds. Good effort there by Jake Hogard, but unfortunately was not able to hang on to the ball. And Mitty will send it behind. And they're trying to double the Mitty. They'll send it through and they'll clear the ball. A&M in the middle of the field now, trying to push on Connor Williams. He's doubled. And Williams will push out. Maybe trying to get leverage, can't get it. Zach Burbage on defense now. BYU's got the D midfield out there, so they got the right personnel. Try to take this ball out. Levi Smith into the middle, and the A&M Mitty is unable to handle it. And they're going to call interference on BYU, so A&M will retain the ball. Williams on defense on the dodge. Shot, and the goalie save, bounds away. Another shot, and a goal. So the initial save was made by Dallin Hampshire, but number 44 for A&M was able to pick it up in the crease and score. So with 13:20 remaining in the third quarter, Texas A&M takes a 1-point lead here at 8-7. Henry England facing off for Texas A&M. Varvel again for the Cougars. So Chase Paulson picks up the ball for BYU, gets through the two defenders. He's got some numbers here if he hustles. Back to Varvel. He'll step inside, and he'll pull away. Thinks better of it. And BYU gets the ball behind. They'll make a mini change here as Connor Williams comes off and Chase Paulson comes off. Up to Tanner Johnson and now over to Westcott. Abram up to Waddups. And Sam Moody in the game now for the Cougars. Abram starts his dodge. Now to Westcott. He looks inside, thinks about it, steps away, then shoots. It's a wide shot, though. Cougars retain possession with Harry Waddups bringing the ball in for the Cougs. Waddups wheeling at X. And now Sam Moody with the ball, the sophomore out of Las Vegas. Abram trying to get a stick free, does. Now to 19, Perry. Perry's doubled. Sends it up to Sam Moody. Moody to Westcott. Waddups at X. When the ball goes down, Labram's going to be there, though. Zach Labram falls down, stands up, still got possession. Now to Waddups. Nothing there for him. Now over to Tanner Johnson. Johnson with the shot. It's knocked away, but Cougars will retain possession. It's up top now to Sam Moody. He can't handle, picks it back up. Chandler Westcott has not taken a shot in this game, trying to get his stick clear to do so. Now Johnson with the ball. He shoots. And it's a goalie save, bounds away. Waddups picks it up. Labram weak side to Westcott again. Cougars will reset. There's a good shot by Johnson. That's a little bit wide, though. Labram at X now. He's looking up top. Tries to make the corner. Nothing there. Sends it to the opposite side to Waddups. Sam Moody can't handle. And the ball bounds away. A&M's got the ball. Now to midfield. Now the restraining line. Looks cross field. And the defensive player is unable to handle it. Artie Waters has got the ball. Now to Perry. And he'll hold. Good job by Perry. Here comes Westcott with the shot and a goal. Westcott with the bouncer on a nice feed from Michael Perry. And that'll tie the score at 8-8. Varvel has been unable to push the ball forward, so we'll send it back. Paulson will take it. He'll get to the restraining line easily.
Yeah, they got it.
And Burbage will come off. It goes behind. Over to Waddups. And BYU's got all their midfielders. No, they still got Varvel out there. They'll want to get him off. Severson looking for some relief. He gets it from Paulson. Chase Paulson sends it behind. Waddup steps up to the midfield, or the restraining line, I should say, and sends it to Steve Severson. Brandon Royce in the game now, number 24 for the Cougars. Good utility midfielder. Now Severson starts his run. Nothing there. Up top shot. And the ball's bounding in front. Nobody's got control yet. 3 Cougars on the ball. Finally comes up with Brandon Royce with the ball. So they'll take a push on the Cougars and turn the ball over to A&M. And A&M clears it on the Gilman clear. Trying to push out the attackman. And it looks like we've got it settled here now. A&M trying to show some patience here. Getting a good settled opportunity. Good D by BYU pushing out the dodging midfielder. Ball goes back up top again. Connor Williams on the defense. Midfielder falls. He'll pull it out and get a new stick on this run. Severson on D. Pushes out. Trying to shoot the ball and can't. Gets rid of it. Now Artie Walters on defense. Clears, shoots. Ooh, and a nice save there by Dallin Hampshire. He just gets his foot on it. Flag down. So the penalty is going to be on A&M. Not sure what the call is going to be. Waiting for the official to come over here and let us know. Could be just withholding or a push. I'm not sure. So it'll be unnecessary roughness on Texas A&M. They push the attacking player or the goalie back into the crease. So BYU will be man up here for a minute. Severson with the ball. He'll look and he'll poke it, and that's wide. Westcott back to Severson. Go up top now to Bernal. Back to Severson. Now to Wattups, and that's wide. That's usually a money shot for Harry, but just goes wide of the net. Bernal, Severson, Wattups. Back to Bernal. Step in, and the step in across to the weak side and shot by Bernal on a goal. Connor Bernal with a blazer up in the upper left-hand corner of the goal. No way the A&M goalie's going to handle that one. And BYU again takes the lead 9-8.
Come on, Perry! Let's go, Blue!
Arvels has some success kicking the ball behind. There it goes behind again to Paulson. The long stick's there. Paulson trying to pick it up, and he does. Now drops it again. Now Chase Paulson, the defensive midfielder out of Brighton, loses the ball. Ball pops up again, and A&M's got the ball. A&M settling the ball here now, and they'll start their attack. They've got the right midfielders out there, it looks like at this point. Number 10 will start his run down the side. Hogarth's there, inside to X. Ball's up top, and is intercepted momentarily, but again it goes back number 2. He's at the restraining line with Zach Burbage running the D. Burbage pushing his out. Now switches to Levi Smith on defense. This number 2 for A&M has been effective on that dodge from GLE, but decides to send it back up to the restraining line. dodge from X. That shot is wide. He did not have a good enough angle to put that in the goal, but certainly had a step on the long stick defenseman. A&M midfielder steps back. He'll start his run against Levi Smith. And he's doubled. And BYU recovers now. Ball's down. Smith trying to poke that away. A&M midfielder's got the ball now. And the ball goes way up top. Jake Hogard tries to poke that stick and push him out. Turns on him. Nothing there. He steps away. Good defense by Hogard. Now Polson on the defense. Chase Polson. And that shot is also wide. A&M has taken these shots, but they don't have good angles, and they are backing up the ball, but none of these shots have really had an opportunity to go in. That one did, though, and it goes over the top of the net. There's going to be a penalty here on BYU. So Jake Hogard will go in the sin bin for a minute for unnecessary roughness. Got slightly beat there and unfortunately pushed his midfielder forward with possession. So they'll call roughness on that one. And that's worked effectively for them. And shot and a save by Dallin Hampshire. Nice save by Dallin. And the Cougars will be clearing. They want to clear this penalty, clear the ball, and kill this penalty. And Connor Williams now on the one-man clear. He'll go over midfield. All even now as the Cougars start their attack. They've got the right midfielders out there now. Up to Brandon Royce. Royce to Severson. Zach Labram's going to come off. He's going to be spelled here by Michael Perry. There's a shot there. And BYU will be there first. Be Cougar ball after the shot. Westcott looks up top, steps inside, nothing there. Redodges. Stick is not clear yet, so he'll retreat. And he'll get it to Bernal. Connor Bernal, a transfer from Marquette. And again, a shot by Westcott. It's wide, but Michael Perry will be there to back that up. Perry steps on the field and sends it up top to Royce. Now Severson starts his run. Looks inside. It's a shot. Goes out of bounds, and Cougars have got possession with Westcott. Sends it up top. Here's a shot by Bernal. He'll step in. Shot and a goal. And a flag is down. No goal. It's a no goal, but the flag is down. Officials are discussing this. One official threw the flag from the opposite side of the field. The other official called in the crease. So the goal is waved off. It'll be a push with possession on A&M. So BYU will be man up here for 30 seconds. All right, so BYU started their man up here with 30 seconds in their favor. Now to Severson. And at X, now over to Labrum. Now Severson back to Labrum. Good passing here by the Cougars. They just need to set up the shot man. Penalties released with no shot from the Cougars. And here's 23 Johnson. That's wide. That was a good shot by Tanner Johnson. Westcott comes around. It's clear. Shot, goal. So Tanner Westcott has been working that defenseman all evening here and finally beats him topside. Gets 3 good steps above goal line extended and puts it away. So Cougars taking a 2-goal lead here. They haven't had a 2-goal lead since the first quarter. And Cougars are going to continue to work that face-off and shooting it back to Paulson. Been successful for that the last 2 face-offs. Let's see what they can do here. Now we pushed it forward, and Varvell's pushing the ball up, and that'll be the end of the quarter. And BYU did not have possession, so there'll be a face-off here going into the fourth. We'll take a break here. BYU with the lead here, 10-8 over Texas A&M. Back for the fourth quarter here. BYU with a 10-8 lead. And no movement on this ball. Now it pops out. Burbage had it for a moment. And now it's got control. Zach Burbage into Westcott. Over to Farley. Shot. And it hits the post and bounds away. Ball still on the ground. And the A&M goalie's got control. Oh, ball's down. Farley's got it. Now to Westcott. And Westcott thinks better of it, and he'll settle it. For Hogard with a shot. It's picked up by the goalie. And A&M desperately trying to clear. Still no possession. Now 24 for A&M's got control. A&M starting their offensive effort here now. Try to get back in this game. Bogert on the defense. Nice rush by the A&M midfielder. It's the post. You can hear the post. I think it hit off Dallin Hampshire, the goalie, first, and then hit the post and bound away. Still be A&M ball. A switch there, the long pole. Smith pushes his men out, shot, and a goal. A&M now brings this game within one. With 13 minutes left in the game, 10-9 with BYU in the lead. Henry England out there now for A&M. Varvel will do his thing. And ball's on the ground here, but number 6, Chase Paulson picks that up, brings it into the Cougar offensive end of the field. And settles it over to Westcott now. BYU will get their midfielders on the field. Westcott with the ball comes through, turns back, shot, goal! Just like that. And that reverses his field quickly and lets the ball go. I think he caught the goalie not looking. Puts it away for the Cougars. Cougars now again with a 2-point lead. So we go 11-9 now with 12 minutes left in the game. Varvel gets the ball behind. Connor Williams scoops through. Another successful face-off for the Cougars. Now to Waddups. Williams will come off. Barnall's on. Bernal will receive this pass. Severson steps over from midfield. And the Cougars are now set. Now Burbage comes off. And we got big numbers now as Royce comes down the middle of the field, but they don't see him. Severson with the shot. Nice shot by Chris Severson on the assist from Connor Bernal. Somewhat unsettled situation there as the Aggie defense did not react fast enough to Chris Severson and just had enough, even though he shot it with the right hand, he just had enough angle to get it past the A&M goalie. So a 3-point lead here now. BYU did not have a 3-point lead in this game since the first quarter. So BYU making some progress here in the fourth quarter on the scoreboard. It's a pop up by Varvel. And Paulson had it for a moment. It just got out of his stick, and A&M's going to take position. Oh, and that's an errant pass. It's going to come over. And Wattis has got control. There's no whistle. Wattis heading behind. I think everybody's waiting for the whistle. There was no whistle.
we all know that you bit, but they didn't blow it. So keep playing.
Westcott with the ball at X. He's got a long pole. And over to Labrum. Now to Sam Moody. Sam's got a great shot. I hope he has an opportunity here. Just can't seem to hang on to the ball tonight for some reason. And a timeout by Coach Snack. I think he saw that ball go out of Moody's stick and decided to call in the troops. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back with you.
That gave me a heart attack.
All right, so coming out of the timeout, Sam Moody will have the ball. Sends it to Labrum. And everyone is going to get a touch here before they start the offense. Sam Moody takes his run. Stick is clear. Shot. Ooh. And that's just wide. Stays with the Cougars. Moody sends it up to Michael Perry. Now over to Westcott looking for help. Gets a lot of stick there. Sends it behind. Labrum. Intercepted by the goalie. Goalie's on a run here. He'll send it upfield. It's going to be intercepted by almost by a Cougar, but A&M's got possession.
Let's go!
BYU man-to-man defense here. And Hogard doing a good job on his midfielder. Sends it behind. Hardy Walters on the approach. Pushes his man out. Trying to push him down the line. And Tagman sends it through the crease, but there's really nobody there. So BYU will be clearing. Zach Burbage sends it up to number 4, Hogard. Jake Hogard out of Frisco, Texas. Now to Labrum. Labrum has it taken away. Goalie's got control. And A&M's got the ball taken away. Picked it back up again. Clears it. Oh, and a tip away by a nice job by Artie Walters. And BYU's got possession. Hogard will get rid of it. He'll send it to Westcott.
There we go!
And back up to Bernal. Got a midfield change here. Have Brandon Royce out there with Severson. Bernal now on the left side. Wheels back to the restraining line. Now to Royce. Royce is going to start his move. Looks inside, gets it nicely inside to Michael Perry, and he scores. Still a lot of time left in this game. 7.5 minutes. But BYU 13-9 now with their biggest lead of the game. So great look inside by Brandon Royce, and Michael Perry finishes for the Cougars. Got a new face-off man out there for A&M. Matthew Hanna now, number 17. Connor Bernal trying to get the one-time, can't get it. Vervelle comes in, tries to help him. Still no possession. But now BYU's got control. Artie Walters bringing it up, looking for help. Back into Dallin Hampshire. And now to Bernal. Bernal brings it to the middle of the field, which he shouldn't do, but he'll clear it anyway. And he'll step to the restraining line and he'll look for help. And an errant pass there, and A&M will be clearing. A&M players double team, gets the ball back, flag down. Ball's knocked away, and A&M will now be man up.
Hey, you're good, Perry.
Slashing on number 19, Michael Perry. They'll put A&M up for 1 minute. 6:42 remaining in the game. BYU with a 4-point lead here with 6:30 remaining. There's that weak side pass. Now to X. Now back up top, and they want to take this shot. And it's a great save by Dallin Hampshire as BYU will be clearing. .44 Williams, double team looking for help, sends it cross field. Jared Cotter with the ball now. He'll dodge his guy. Come over midfield, or onsides. We'll send it back. And Connor Bernal's got it, and BYU will clear.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release!
Texas A&M man down is released. It's all even. And Michael Perry will bring it behind for the Cougars. Brandon Royce back on the field. He got a nice assist to Michael Perry just a minute ago. Let's see if he can do that again. Now he'll get it to Waddups. Waddups up top to Bernal. His stick is clear. Shot and a goal. Connor Bernal. The transfer from Marquette University puts the ball in for the Cougars. And that'll be the Cougars' biggest lead of the game now at 14-9 with 5:10 remaining in the game. Henry England in there now to face off for A&M. Jack Varvel for the Cougars. I think the Cougars have won every face-off here in the fourth quarter. And they'll win this one as well. Varvel trying to push forward, looking for help, and finds it from Westcott. Nice face-off there by Jack Varvel. Chase Paulson will send that to Tanner Johnson, the captain out of Kashka, Minnesota. And they'll reverse positions with Westcott and now Zach Labram. Zach Labram is married to the former Lauren Homo. Of course, Lauren's dad is the athletic director at BYU, Tom Homo. But that ball will go out of bounds. And A&M will be clearing. Oh, that's a bad pass. Goes over, though, and looks like BYU's going to get this. Wattups is onside, now to Labrum. And he's being chased. He gets rid of it. Wattups. Up top to Sam Moody. And Sam Moody's in that lineup for one reason, and that's to take a shot, and he's going to take a shot here. Left-hand shot, and that's wide. BYU retains possession. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Labrum ducks under, shot. It's a good shot, just a little bit wide. Goalie's way out of the cage. Goes up top. Ball bounds away. The goal is wide open. Westcott looks at the goal. To Labrum. Shot and a save. Nice save by the A&M goalie. A&M trying to clear. They get it over midfield. Send it down. And they'll start a possession here. And the attackman's got him behind shot and a goal. That was an easy one. They got Artie Walters tied up there, and he made the decision to go. Probably not the best decision. And Jack Farvell would want to win another one here for the Cougars. Traps it, shoots it behind. Face off in there. Now to Severson behind. Severson, a natural attackman, plays midfield for the Cougars this year. And Bernal starts his run. Oh, trips, falls. Ball's taken away, but he'll get possession back. And he'll send it to Severson. Got a 30-second on here. BYU will have 30 seconds to get the shot on goal here. Over to Westcott, dodges, shot, and that's wide. .30 still on. Severson breaks inside to Perry, shot and a goal. Michael Perry to Chris Severson. Check that. Was that Severson?
With the goal? Or was it Wattups?
We need to check that goal for you. 15-10, 25 seconds remaining in the game. Farvell out there for probably the last face-off of the game. Pushes it forward. Can't get possession. But he does get possession, and he's going to shoot this one. And that's wide. So Jack Farvell had won every face-off in this fourth quarter, and that's why you've got a 15-10 score with 10 seconds left. And BYU will walk it off. And that'll do it here from College Station, Texas, as BYU struggled in the second and most of the third period, but turned in a great fourth quarter performance to take a 15-10 lead. And that'll be the way it ends up. 15-10, BYU with the victory. This is Tom Campbell for Jim Perry. We'll join you again tomorrow night as the Cougars take on the University of Texas in Austin. Till that time, have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow.